Tami Utley, and today we're going to be doing panoramic sugar eggs. These are our wonderful little treat for the kids or for anybody. We use several different molds. I have several different size molds here that we're going to use. It's just sugar and water, and I'm going to show you a fast way to make these. Right now, I'm just going to do 4 cups of sugar. We're going to make a really big one, so I'm going to do 4 cups of just your basic granulated sugar. And it's not something that you have to be exact on. It's just approximate. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to need about 3 tablespoons of water. I'm not going to bother measuring it. I'm just going to eyeball it. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to mix it together. So I'm just going to grab my spatula here. You can use a fork, a spoon. I just happen to have my spatula handy. And what we want really is the consistency of wet sand. I'm going to use my fingers. It's like playing in the beach. If you've never been to the beach, then you get your own sugar beach. And what you want it to do now is you want it to hold together. And I can feel that when I grab it, it holds together. It's a little dry, so I may just put a little bit more water in because it's just a little dry. Doesn't take much. And again, I'm going to mix it with my hands. So that's about 3 tablespoons of water to 4 cups of sugar. Okay, and you can see when I grab it, see it forms? Let's go ahead and put it in the egg. This is a really big mold, so I'm going to put some in and pack it down. It's important that you mix it really well. You don't want any clumps of sugar or clumps of water, you know, really wet water. You want to make sure you've mixed it really well because that'll actually show up in the mold if you have wet spots. So make sure you've mixed it really well in the bowl before you pack it. But you know what? If you pack it, you mold it, and you find out, oh, it's got a lump in it, just throw it back in the bowl and repack it again. I'm going to reuse it. It's really nice. Okay, I just leveled that off. I've got it packed nice and tight. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto a little board and just lift this off carefully. And as you can see, it's molded. Okay, at this point what I want to do is I actually want to make an egg that's going to stand up, and I want the front window in it. And so what I want to do is I want to actually cut this so it has a flat end so it'll sit. You don't have to, but I just like it. It's a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is just cut it right here. If you want, you can actually mark your board. But I find it really hard to get my egg on the same spot. So I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm just going to cut straight down with my spatula here. And just put the excess sugar right back in there. Try and be straight. Okay, there we go. I did have a little bit. You can see I've got a little bit of a wet spot here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a little dark. So if I didn't like that, I could throw it back in. But you know, the kids don't care. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. What I'm going to do is fill the other side of the mold now. That this one has a flat surface. Most of them do. Most of the molds do. I'm actually going to use that for my window. That's why I'm going to open it in the front here. A lot of people, when they do eggs, you can actually use that as the bottom and do your egg so it opens on the side. And then you have a sideways window. If you did that, instead of cutting this bottom and I wanted a sideways window, I'd actually cut a little off the side. But we're just going to do the front. And I'm going to use that for my window. It's nice having that mold already there.